Okay.
All right, so what's up, everyone? So today I want to tell you a little story that happened to me, and I actually got this story. Well, I'll explain it here in a minute. So back in 2017, around it was Christmas Eve actually, and we have family over. This whole silent midnight, all that in a Mexican home don't work. So back in 2017, Christmas Eve, we actually had a family over. Some family from Mexico and all that, fun stuff. And everybody was hungry, even though there was tamales, but it was made for Christmas. So I just say, you know what? I'm gonna go get some Mexican food. And went with me. He was only 11 at the time, 11, 10 years old, something like that at the time. So so we went to a Mexican restaurant with the drive-through with a little chihuahua saying, Yo quiero Taco Bell. So we went to Taco Bell. And it was packed. It was packed. And we pulled up, we were waiting in line. Finally, we get to that little square thing with a speaker where they talk to you. And, we had a big order. We had a big order, and, it wasn't being paid separately. Everybody pitched in as one order. So we were ordering, and the guy behind us kept honking his horn. Obviously he was frustrated because we were waiting for a while, and I had a big order. So he was honking while he started yelling out the window, some racial stuff I'm not going to say on here. But when he was yelling out the window, I said, my son was like, look at this guy. And honestly, he was in a very, very expensive car. As a matter of fact, it was like a 3-tone paint job. He had a special paint job on it. And it was, I don't remember if it was a Mercedes or a Lexus, but it was like a blackish, purplish, reddish type color. It was pretty bad. It was bad. But he was an outer guy, but he was screaming out the window, hurry up, some racial stuff. So I'm not going to speak on that. But being it was Christmas time, and so I figured, all right, so I finished my order. And when I got to the window, I told the lady that she took my order. When I got to the window, I told the lady, you know what? I want to play for the guy's order behind me. She was, are you sure? I heard him, through the intercom. I said, yeah, you know what? It's holidays. I'm going to show him that I'm a better person. He wants to call me all these Mexico words. I have to put it that way. So I'm going to pay for his order. She was like, okay. So I asked for the receipt from his order too. This way, I could write it off as tax write-off. So she gave me his receipt. And we get to the second window, and I got my order. And then I turned around, and I showed him the receipt. I go, I need this order too. And my son said, Dad, what are you doing? I go, don't trip. So the lady goes, okay, I paid for it, so I want that food too. So I took that food, and I had the receipt. I paid for it. That's rightfully my food. So when we drove off, my son goes, Dad, what are you doing? I go, hey, I paid for that shit. That old, I'm not gonna finish saying the word, but I said, that old hag can turn around and go way back in the line since he's rushing me, giving all these racial slurs. But I actually got that because earlier that week, it was somebody said it as a joke. I want to say YouTube or I don't know, somewhere. Obviously, TikTok wasn't around at the time, but that's where I got that from. And I actually did it. At first, it was a joke, but I actually did it. So my son just started laughing. He started busting up. So that's pretty much, I'm saying this joke today on Sunday because Sunday Funday, but it's going to lead to my what I want to talk about tomorrow. So with that said, you guys, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house because you're not guaranteed to make it home. Be blessed, stay blessed. I'm out.